Hello students, welcome to the class. In today's lecture, I am gonna discuss the rest of the chapter 8. It is the management of business organization. I already discussed some of the topics of this chapter. So based on that, I am giving you at first one CQ question, and it will be your homework today. So I'm just at first I am just discuss the question. So let's start. Here you can see that this is a diagram, and it is the management of business organization. Okay, management of business organization, chapter 8, and I think these items now, which is mentioned in the diagram: planning, organizing, directing, motivating, coordinating, controlling. These things are familiar to you because I just discussed in previous class, and based on that, I am giving it today. It will be your homework, so don't miss it. Okay, first question: what is management? What is management? You know that management is the process of getting things done by others, or you can say that management is a combined process of it's a combined process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, motivating, coordinating, and controlling. These are the functions that are involved in the management, and all the sum total of these functions are called management. So this is management, or you can say that in one line: management is the process of getting things done by others. That means doing the activities or doing the work not by your own, but it rather than you can done it. The work is done by the others, and you will just manage it, or you will just guide it. So this is called management. And what are the features of management? You know that the features of management is we okay what are the features of management? You know that features of management: it is a combined process, it is a continuous process, and also it is a continuous process, it is a teamwork, and it is a function of total activities or systematic work. And also you can write it down: is a systematic process operated to achieve a goal. It is a process based on, that means it is a teamwork, and also it is a continuous process. That means 4 characteristics you can easily write it down. So so these are the features. Okay, now what is missing here? Mention the name and explain it. In this box, it is one of the functions is missing. What it is? You know, yesterday I was while I was discussing it, there are 7 functions, and this will be obviously you have to maintain the sequence of these functions. You cannot scattered, you cannot write down it as a scattered way. Obviously planning, organizing, then third, fourth, you have to maintain this sequence. After planning, you cannot write it down directing, or you cannot write it down controlling. You have to write it down: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, motivating, coordinating, and controlling. That means in this missing box, in this missing circle, what is the point is staffing. Staffing means staffing is the what it is. It is to employing the new workers to do the job perfectly, and according to the plan, and according to your organizing activities. You have to appoint the new recruitment to do the work to achieve the goal of the organization. So you can say that the staffing is the major element of business organization, or it is the workforce is the major element of an organization. And also it is named as human resource of the company. And what are the staffing activities include? The staffing includes the collection of workers, selection, recruitment, and training, promotion, transfer, and layoff. These are the things you can easily write it down. So this is the staffing. You have to explain it. Just it is the answer of C. Now number D, what is the name of this diagram mentioned in the stem? Explain its importance in business diagram. That means whole diagram. What is the name of this whole diagram? This is the function of business management. This is the functions of management here. Functions of management, and you have to explain explain this thing, and also why it is important for the business organization. You have to write it down in 2 or 3 lines. So name it, and just explain the function in shortly, and just mention the importance, why it is important for business, because if you cannot maintain the sequence of these functions, you cannot say that you are the good manager, or it is not possible to continue the business in proper way or effectively. So that's why according to the according to any theory, you have to maintain this function of the business in your organization. At first you have to plan, then you have to organize the whole human or inhuman elements of your organization, then you have to recruit the new employee or staffing, then after that you are just guiding those new workers to do the work effectively or to achieve the goal of the organization. Then you have to motivate these new workers, and so that they can do the work cheerfully or wholeheartedly. That's why it will be easy for the organization to achieve the goal. After that you have to coordinate the all the works of the workers, and also maintain a communication between the workers, different type of division or different type of subdivision. So this is the communication sector. And number 7, last of all, you have to control all the things. You have to, in this stage, you have to check out the all the works done by previously. It is just check it that it is according to the plan or not, just checking it. And if you find any error, then you have to correct it. Now I am gonna start the new topics of this chapter. I am just discussing rest of the chapter. So this is the first CQ question. I think you will understand it, and it will be your homework. So please answer this question. Or if you face any problem, then contact me. I will help you to find it out the answer. After that, okay, I just finish I just finished the functions of the management. Now I'm gonna start the okay, not only functions, I just discussed concept of planning, also the concept of and importance of organizing. Now I'm gonna start from the concept of leadership. What is leadership? Leadership, I know we know that leadership is the process of it is a process to guide a team to the right path or to achieve the goal. So this is the leadership, and who can guide this team is called leader. And now I'm gonna discuss the classification of leadership. It is important for you because many of the MCQ question and short questions come from this part. So you have to study it carefully. Classification of leadership: democratic leadership, autocratic leadership, laissez-faire leadership, and then bureaucratic leadership. And okay, this is the 4 things. You will be there are many of the leadership types of leadership, but you will just know in your SSC or in class 10 just 4. These 4 are important, so that's why they just delivered these four leadership types to you. Okay, democratic leadership, what is it is? You know that democratic means leader. In here, leader consults with the subordinate. That means leader leader give importance to the subordinate. That's why. And They also carefully hear all the problems of the subordinates, take advice from them, collect information from the workers, gives the workers opportunity to ask question, answer them, accepts accountability, accountable to the workers feel them to be a part of the organization. That means they just give in here leader give importance to the workers. That's why workers feel comfortable to do any work in the organization, and they do the work cheerfully and wholeheartedly. That's why it will help to achieve the goal easily. So this is democratic leadership, and autocratic leadership is the just opposite of the democratic leadership. In here leader cannot hear any of the complaints or any of the problems of the workers, and he just gives order. There is no accountability, কোনো জবাবদিহিতা থাকে না, relies solely on his own power and capability. That means leader just use his power and capability and give order, but they didn't hear any of the complaints of the workers and cannot rely on the ability of the workers, never takes the opinion or advice of the workers, keeps negative mentality about the workers, try to dominate all the time, to dominate the workers all the time, and workers never take ownership responsibility of the business. Now number 3, laissez-faire leadership. Leader remains tensionless after assigning. That means mukto. Laissez-faire means mukto. Leader remains tensionless after assigning responsibilities to the subordinates. Leader does not like to work by himself, do not give particular order to the workers. Workers do not have the accountability. Workers can work of their own will, takes more time in decision making. The success of the organization depends upon the good interpersonal relationship and teamwork. That means in here leader cannot take any responsibility. They just give all the responsibilities or all the work to the workers, so that workers have no accountability to the leader. They can work freely and take any decision willingly. Leader cannot take any part of the activities. So this is called laissez-faire লিডারশিপ or মুক্ত নেতৃত্ব, যেখানে লিডার হচ্ছে কোনো কাজ করবে না, সে ওয়ার্কারদেরকে সব কিছু চাপিয়ে দেবে এবং ওয়ার্কার নিজের ইচ্ছা মতো স্বাধীনভাবে কাজ করতে পারে। অ্যান্ড নাম্বার 4, bureaucratic leadership. Leader orders the worker to get their work done. In here leader will give the order to get the work done. Workers give priority to the ideology, then the leader, and are bound to follow them. And workers thinks that work is main, and they follow the ideology of doing the work by its own and following the leaders order. So this is the bureaucratic leadership. All the time workers have to follow the rules, and order of the leader is more important than the leader himself, and discipline, then personal relationship is more important. That means workers here is for workers leader is less important, but order of the leaders are more important. So that's why this is the bureaucratic leadership. So these are the 4 types of leadership which is important for your exam, and this is the main things of leadership. Now qualities of ideal leaders. Qualities of ideal leaders, he who leads is the called leader. That means who is doing the leadership process is called leader. So a leader must have some qualities which is very much important when you're guiding some team or guiding some teamworks. Some qualities is must into the leader. And what are those qualities? You can write it down by your own, cause these are the common phenomena you will face in your life, everyday life. If you in your class when you organize any program, obviously there would be a leader and you will follow the leader's order. So what are the qualities you assume a leader should have. That will be physical capacity and soundness, keen personality. Obviously he have to physically able, he has to physically able. The good personality and strong personality is must. Education and experience will be another thing which is must for leader. Number 4, courage and honesty. Obviously leader has to be brave and honest. Hardworking and flexibility. Flexibility is another important quality for leaders, because cope up with a different type of situation is not very much easy for any person. So leader should obviously be always be flexible, because they have to maintain different type of person and different type of situation all the time. Now number 6, responsibility and cooperation. অর্গানাইজিং এফিসিয়েন্সি, কোনো কিছু অর্গানাইজ করার এফিসিয়েন্সি থাকতে হবে। অর্গানাইজিং এফিসিয়েন্সি, রিয়েলাইজিং হিউম্যান রিসোর্সেস রিলেশন, পাওয়ার টু টেক ডিসিশন, quick decision making is a good quality of a leader. Gender awareness, obviously they shouldn't do the gender discrimination. It is the bad thing for leader. So gender awareness is must. So these are the qualities a good leader must pose. This is the management functions. You can say that the management function, these are the basic functions of management. And now is the concept of finance in business. What is concept of finance in business? Financing is the most important thing for business, because you cannot form a business or run a business without any capital or without any money, and arranging this money is very much tough for a businessman, because whole capital is not cannot be given by the owner only. You have to borrow from the bank or from your friend or from your relatives. So financing is very much important for the business. Here there is a story or case study. You can, after reading it, you can easily understand why financing is very much important. Shomir Chakma of Rangamati wasted a year in searching for a job. Many of his friends are still studying. Some of them has been engaged in job or business. At last, he decided to start a business. He has his own shop near the government school at Upojila. Where it is, he is interested to start a stationery business in the shop. His parents become very happy on his decisions, but they were thinking about the arrangement of capital. At last, to start the business, they were mainly thinking the capital arranging problem. At last, to start the business, he arranged taka 1 lakh from his father and taka 50,000 from his auntie. His uncle from abroad agreed to pay taka 1 lakh. His father advised him to be careful in using the money. He was also informed that it is possible to take loan from a commercial bank. In the above story, to operate the business of Shomir Chakma, planning, sourcing, collection and utilization of fund, all these activities are known as the finance. That means not only the just collecting the money, but also the planning, sourcing, collecting and utilization of the fund. Those are the activities. So finance is the combination of these activities. So this is called finance. Generally, finance means collecting funds for business, but in broader sense, you can say that business finance is all the activities related to meet up the required fund for business through collection, preservation and proper utilization of fund. Okay, this is the definition of finance. Now, sources of finance. How can you arrange the money from your for your business? What are the sources? First and main is own source. So, what is small business like sole proprietorship or partnership business? The owner arranges the required fund to start the business from their own source. Second one is relatives. You can borrow money from your relatives, friends, and other well wishers. Then most important most important source is commercial bank. All the government and non-government commercial banks, including Sonali Bank, Janata Bank, Rupali Bank, Agrani Bank, extend short-term, mid-term, and long-term loan for the business people. That means they are giving loan for the businessman or for the beginners. It can be short term, mid term, or long term. So commercial bank is the most important source for financing. Cooperative bank extends short term loan to its members. It also extends, that means all the cooperative cooperative business member of cooperative society can borrow loan from the cooperative bank, and it also extends loan to non members as well. Gramin bank is another source of financing for the business. Besides that, Bangladesh Development Bank (BDBL), Krishi Bank, Bank of Small Industries and Commerce, non-government development organization, that means NGO. Those are the most important financing sources of business. So this is the all of this chapter. Just main themes are: what is management, what are the features of management, functions of management, what are the types of leadership, and qualities of good leaders, and also the finance. So what definition of finance and sources of finance. These are the things that is mentioned in this chapter. How many types of leadership are there? 4 leaderships. Management is what is it is a strategy to make others to do things. That means getting things done by others. Okay, after reading the following paragraph, answer question 3-4. Mr. Tasnim took some advanced decision before starting Dhanshiri department store, such as what to set it, who will operate it, and how to source the capital. As a result, it saved him time in different tasks. At present, he is running the business with reputation. Which of the following is similar to task Mr. Tasnim before starting? That means it is planning. The step of Mr. Tasnim to set up the business will be helpful to achieve goal, will assist to increase the efficiency at work, will reflect the personal willingness. Which step is taken? It will obviously helpful to achieve goal and also assist to increase the efficiency at work. 1 or 2? 1 and 2. This is the answer. Hashiguchi Nokshigor is a reputed organization in Jamalpur. Its owner, Mr. Mahini, is very careful to collect materials for the business, give advice to the workers if necessary. To maintain success in the long run, he recruits workers and arranges training for them, considering the importance of efficient worker for making Nokshikatha and other items. Who is the father of the modern management? Henry Fayol. Who is the father? Henry Fayol of the modern management. What do you understand by motivation? Motivation is the process to influence the other person to do the work willingly and cheerfully. Describe the task of Mr. Mahin in the paragraph. What is mining is doing? Mahin is doing the mainly functions of management. He is following the functions of management. Analyze the reasons for Hashiguchi Nokshigor becoming reputed organizer. Because he is maintaining all the functions serially, sequentially, to do the work or for the achieving goal of the organization. That's why it will getting reputed. The organization getting reputed day by day. Now, Yafi and Shafi are two friends. Their business is situated near to each other. To operate the business, Yafi takes decision after consulting with the workers and taking their opinion, but Shafi imposes his decision on the workers and not aware of its influences. Shafi's business is failed because of worker dissatisfaction. That means 2 types of leadership you can see here. First one is democratic and second one is autocratic. What do you call the person who leads? This is called leader. What do you understand by gender awareness? You can find it the good qualities of leaders, qualities of good leaders, and you can find that gender awareness means you have to equal equal mentality to the male or female. What type of leader is Mr. Yafi? Mr. Yafi is democratic leader. The reason for Shafi's failure is incompetency in influencing the worker. That means Shafi is autocratic leader, and that's why his business getting unsuccessful day by day. So workers dissatisfaction is the reason for his autocratic behavior. So this is the end of this chapter, and I already gave you the homework. Please do it, and see you in next class. Till then, bye bye.